So the Royal Rumble has officially ended, and was this awesome or not? Let's talk about a few things. We do know that AJ Styles lost to John Cena, which I will start off by saying that was an awesome match. They killed it. John Cena, he tried. He did all the hardest work that he could possibly do in this match. AJ, John Cena was great. I would have really liked to see AJ Styles go in to WrestleMania as champion. I think he had a great year, and it would have been great to have AJ go into WrestleMania as champion, but it doesn't look like that's the way it's going. Um, and then we had Kevin Owens retaining the title against Roman Reigns, putting Roman Reigns in the Rumble match later in the night. Braun Strowman helped Kevin Owens win. So was this like Braun going against Roman, or was this just Braun getting paid by Kevin Owens? What was the deal there? Anyway, so that's the title landscape going forward. We had Neville, the Cruiserweight King, won that. The Club, they won the titles. Bayley did not win the title. And that is that. But I will say this. The Royal Rumble had not many surprises in it. You know what the surprises were? The surprises were there were not surprises. We didn't get Samoa Joe. We didn't get Finn Balor. We didn't get Kenny Omega. We did get Ty Dillinger at number 10, which everybody was thinking we were going to get. And we got Ty Dillinger number 10. Honestly, my opinion on Ty Dillinger is that I don't know that he's really done enough. He just lost at TakeOver. It was nice to see him, WWE, to give a little nod there. I thought it was fun. They had momentum going up, and then I think what happened was they waited too long to have Taker and Brock come in. But, I mean, Baron Corbin looked great in this match. Jericho did some fun stuff in this match. The New Day had a fun little thing. And then Cesaro and Sheamus had their beef for a little bit. But what we can say out of this, what feuds actually happened, what rivalries happened in this were, we saw Baron Corbin look great. But what we're looking at probably is Taker and Roman Reigns after that. And then, of course, we know that Orton's going to go for the championship. So what does that mean? What does that mean for Randy Orton? Are we going to see Randy Orton versus John Cena at WrestleMania in the main event? To me, that's a Vince McMahon thing. That's a WWE thing. That's like let's make these two guys, because they're big names. And Orton's actually getting cheered now. And I'm not saying that Orton was a bad choice. He was a better choice than Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns coming in at 30 was kind of like a, really? You're going to have Roman Reigns coming in at number 30 when you could have had anybody? The thing I was hoping for out of this Rumble was whatever you were going to do, right? If you have Randy win it, you want to do Randy and Cena, whatever. It'll be a fine match. A fine match. It's not going to be great. It might be great. It's Randy and Cena. We've just seen it over and over and over again. That's just why I don't want to see it again. Because I've seen it and I've seen it and I've seen it. So that's kind of why we don't want to see that match. But we still have the Chamber. So anything could happen. People are saying that it's going to be Bray winning the Chamber. Why would they give the title to Cena just to have him lose it to Bray? That's the thing I don't understand, really. Because I think if they were going to do that, they would have AJ retain the title and lose it to Bray in the Chamber. But I guess AJ will be in the Chamber match. So it'll be interesting to see what feud comes out of that. I mean, I don't know what they want to do with AJ Styles in the Chamber. But I am excited. I'm excited for potential matches. I mean, we're going to have Goldberg Brock at Mania, obviously. That's a given, right? So that's going to happen. Whether it's going to be good or bad or whatever, who knows. But I really just don't want to see Orton and Cena. I don't know why. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. It's just the thing I don't want. I do think it's interesting to have Taker and Roman. If this is Taker's last Mania, I don't know. This is kind of like, this just really doesn't do Taker justice right now. The reason saying is because Taker is looking like a fool. He really is looking like a fool. It's not because he got eliminated in the Rumble or whatever. He didn't win it all. That's what it is. It's fine, right? You could have anybody win the Rumble. Taker could not have won. It's fine. That doesn't ruin Taker's legacy. What's ruining Taker for me is the fact that he said he is back in the WWE. Taker said, I'm back. I'm digging holes and taking souls, or digging 29 holes for 29 souls, or whatever he said. That is what is ruining it for me. His Taker said, I'm back and no brand can hold me. And it's just this thing of Taker saying that I'm going to do it. Then he's coming out a liar. And then, you know what? There's a lot of people who say things like, I'm going to win the Rumble, whatever. But this is the Undertaker we're talking about. A guy who has been around forever. And for him to say that he's going to be back full time, he's going to do all this crazy stuff, and then he doesn't, really just irks me a little bit. It's just a little bit, okay? I'm not saying it's awful. I'm just saying that Taker and Roman, if Roman goes over, I mean, they could possibly do that and then have Taker retire, or Taker over Roman. I just don't see any really good outcome for this, right? Like Taker, we're talking Taker and Roman. Do we really want Taker to lose to Roman and then retire and make Roman the next? Like, they could go that route. Or do we want to see Taker beat Roman and then Roman's not strong anymore? I don't know. WWE does not want Roman to lose that way, I don't think. But I don't know that they want Taker. I guess they're going to build Roman as the next big guy, the next dude. What I will say out of this Rumble is that it wasn't the best Rumble, but it wasn't the worst Rumble. I think they made Randy Orton and go over in the way they did with Roman was so that people would cheer when Randy wins. Now, everybody likes Randy. I think everybody likes Randy a lot better since he did stuff with Bray Wyatt, and it's kind of had a little bit of an edge to him that he kind of did not have for a minute. You know what I mean? Because he was just kind of, I'm Randy Orton. I've been around forever. But now he did the stuff, and I think the stuff with Bray helped. And it is interesting to see Luke Harper almost do Sister Abigail. That was cool. Luke Harper's the man. I like Luke Harper a lot. Luke is going to be huge in WWE. Like, I think he's going to be a breakout guy. Baron Corbin looked great in this. Jericho looked great in this. Sami Zayn looked great. Braun Strowman looked great. Brock Lesnar looked great. Goldberg didn't look, I mean, he looked good, but he didn't look great. And I mean, now it just leaves more questions than answers. I think if you want to have Randy Orton show up on Raw, you can do that. But the one thing that people have been constantly talking about is Finn Balor. Why Finn Balor didn't show up? Finn should have shown up. And I said it. I don't know if you know, but I said it in my Discord server, discord.tony.pizza, if you're not familiar with that. But I said Finn doesn't need to come in the Rumble. Finn has a Universal title match. He never lost the title. He had to relinquish it to Kevin Owens. So Finn still has a match. He has a title match. So you could, if you want to do this, you could have Finn come back and go against Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. That match is still a possibility. I think it would be a great match. I think it would make sense. I think it would carry through the storyline. Finn can come back on Raw this week or not, next week, whatever. I think that needs to happen. I don't think that it's bad that Finn wasn't in the Rumble. There just wasn't enough surprises in the Rumble. That's like my favorite thing is surprises in the Rumble. I think they could have had Hacksaw Jim Duggan come back because he was the first Rumble winner. Have him come back. It would have been a nice little nod. That would have been cool. But really, all we got was Ty Dillinger. That's really all that we got was Ty Dillinger at number 10. And again, not to knock Ty Dillinger, but I just don't think he really did anything in my eyes besides the entrance. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't get it. But if you guys could please tell me what the deal with Ty Dillinger is, I would like to know because, yeah, he's a great worker, but he hasn't, in the grand scheme of the WWE and NXT universe, he hasn't really done anything. I felt like Samoa Joe would have been a great guy to come up if you want to have him at WrestleMania. It would have been cool to see Seth Rollins at some point. I know he's got his thing going on with Triple H or Stephanie or whatever, Mick Foley, whatever's going on in Raw. I think it's Stephanie. But they should have brought him in. I was hoping that it would have been like a Sami Zayn or a Miz or even Baron Corbin. Braun Strowman would have been nice. Undertaker would have been cool because he could have pulled the trigger. They could have done it. They could have had Taker Cena. That's the biggest miss out of this, I think, is Taker could have won it. Could have had Taker and Cena. That would have been cool. Now we might get Orton and Taker. Or Orton and Cena, I mean. So that's kind of, I don't know. Unless they hot potato the belt back to AJ, and then we have AJ and Orton, because that's a match that I would love to see. If Orton would have won and AJ would have been champion, Orton AJ WrestleMania, that would have sold it. Like that would have made me happy. I would have been fine with that. This leads more questions than answers. There's a lot of possible potential feuds in here, like we saw, like Cesaro and Sheamus have a thing, and Luke Harper. Like again, there's more questions than answers here. But honestly, again, for people that are like, this sucks, this is the worst thing of all time, I'm gonna disagree. Orton is great. He's fine. He's a good winner. He's a marquee name in the WWE. I really wish they would have gone with some sort of up and comer winner. But when you're talking about WrestleMania, you have to put the big names up there. Really, you do. Like if you pulled the trigger on Sami Zayn, there's not a lot of people that really know Sami Zayn. Like more people know Randy Orton than know Sami Zayn. Let's just say that way, right? So Randy Orton winning is the obvious choice. Roman Reigns could have been a nice win. Um, but again, I mean, like Roman Reigns wouldn't have been a win that I wanted, but it would have been a win that would have like that the WWE would have been nice for the W. You know what? The WWE would have liked it, the back office or whatever, because they were still trying to push Roman as the guy. Um, so it's interesting. It really is interesting to see where they're going to go from here. I do want to know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Did anybody really think Randy Orton was going to win? I know the betting sites and all that said Orton was going to win, but I didn't actually think it was going to happen, and he did, and he did. So, guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think of this. Was this a hit or was this a miss on the Royal Rumble? What's the potential going forward? Please let me know in the comment section below. What does the WrestleMania landscape look like? Because I'm still trying to figure it out. Again, if you like this, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And Too Sweet for Life. Too Sweet.